Hello guys, buenos días, buenas tardes, or buenas noches, depending on at what time of the day you're watching this video. It's me again. This is the third of our virtual classes, and don't think I didn't realize that our last lesson was both complex and long. Uh, If it's any consolation, it's the most difficult topic that we will study this semester. But so I decided, given the length of the previous lesson, that this one's going to be very short and sweet, okay? So, on to the topic. Um, we have done a couple things with the verb estar. We learned how to conjugate it, and then we looked a bit at the differences between ser and estar. Today I'm just going to talk very quickly about some specific expressions in Spanish for which we use the verb estar, okay? Idiomatic expressions with estar. Don't let that weird word idiomatic scare you. Idiomatic just means that it's something that people say, okay? And typically it's not, the standard use of the words, but it's just something that people are used to saying, and it sort of becomes um, facet of the language. So that happens a lot in Spanish with the verb estar. So I'm just going to give you a few examples of these expressions, and that will be it for today. For example, estar al corriente de. This means basically to be up to date with the facts of the world, to be up to date with the news. For example, I've been reading the news a lot. Maybe I shouldn't, because sometimes it's depressing, but that's what I do. So I can say, yo estoy al corriente de lo que pasa en este país, right? And what that means is only that I'm up to date with what happens in this country, that I know what is happening, right? So estar al corriente means to be up to date with what is happening, to know what is happening. Another expression, estar nublado, means to be cloudy. And it's used for talking about the weather, right? When the weather is cloudy. So, hoy está muy nublado, today it's very cloudy. There are many other expressions of the weather that use the verb estar, like estar soleado, estar frío, estar caliente. Basically use the verb estar a lot for the weather. Another example, estar apurado. That means to be in a hurry. No tengo tiempo, estoy apurado. That means I don't have time, I am in a hurry. Another expression, estar a. I'm sure that those of you that speak a little bit of Spanish or a lot of Spanish use it a lot without realizing that you're doing so, maybe without even thinking that you're using the verb estar. For example, estas empanadas están a $2. Right? This means these empanadas cost $2. Of course, you can also use the verb costar, right? You could say estas empanadas cuestan $2. But it's more idiomatic. It's something that people say more, right? Estar a. Estas empanadas están a $2. Estos churros están a $1, right? You'll hear that a lot in Spanish-speaking countries, and also here in New York City when you see Spanish speakers on the street selling stuff, right? Estar a. Estar a punto de means to be about to do something. For example, ellos están a punto de gritar means they are about to scream. I guess they're scared of something, and they're about to scream, right? So you say estar a punto de. Yet another expression. This one might sound a little weird to some of you because I get the feeling that this is used more in Spain than in any other Spanish-speaking country, but still you hear a lot. Estar a sus anchas. This means to be very comfortable. For example, yo estoy a mis anchas en mi casa means I'm very comfortable at my house, right? Yes, I know it's quarantine and stuff, but I still feel comfortable at my little apartment, particularly right now when the kids have gone to sleep and I have a little bit of time for doing my work, right? So estar a sus anchas means to be comfortable, to be very comfortable. Estar de acuerdo means to agree, right? For example, yo estoy de acuerdo con mi profesor means I agree with my professor. Something that I think is wise to do, right? You might disagree. If you disagree, you can use the opposite of this, which is estar en desacuerdo. Another one, estar de buen humor. It means to be in a good mood. Ella está de buen humor hoy means she's in a good mood today. Estar de buen humor. And then there's the opposite, of course, because sadly we are not in a good mood all the time. We're also in a bad mood sometimes. So estar de mal humor means to be in a bad mood. Él siempre está de mal humor would mean then he's always in a bad mood. And then probably my favorite, the one I like the most, estar en la luna o estar en las nubes, which means to have one's head in the clouds, right? I love this one because literally, if you look at it carefully, estar en las nubes basically means to be in the clouds, so it's similar to the English. But I love estar en la luna. It means being in the moon. But that's something you say in Spanish when you want to say that someone's very distracted. Él está en la luna. He's in the moon. He's very distracted, right? He's thinking about things that have nothing to do with reality right now. And that's it, right? I wanted to keep it light, short, sweet for today. The activity is also going to be very, very simple. I'm going to send you a file with 4 images. And then for each image, I'm going to give you 3 options of expressions using these idiomatic expressions with estar. And I just want you to circle the correct expression for the image, right? So if I show you an image of a cloudy day, you would circle hoy está nublado, something like that, okay? Very, very simple. If you are doing it electronically instead of circling, you can just underline the right expression. And as always, you can either send the activity to me via email or send it to me to my WhatsApp, right? Many people have been doing that. I know that for many of you it's more convenient to use the phone and not the computer, so that is totally acceptable. I will also give you a heads up in case that you haven't read any official communication about this yet. I hear that CUNY has decided to do spring break this year earlier, okay? We're going to have a break earlier than the usual spring break because many of you guys, not only at Hostos but all over CUNY, are struggling with the switch to online teaching. That's understandable, right? We did not plan for a virtual semester, right? And it's a very, very different environment, as you guys can see. So the university has decided to give you guys more time to adjust to this. So as soon as I know the news of the exact dates of the break we're going to have, I'll let you know, both probably in the next video and also via email. I'm going to ask you for one last thing, because most people have been contacting me and sending me the activities, but not all of you. So I entreat you guys, if you are in contact with any other people in our class, right? It would be a great help if you could just contact them briefly and ask them if they're doing the activities and give them my email and tell them to shoot me an email, okay? Um, I know it's very, very hard to switch to an online model in the middle of a semester, but I'm committed to helping each and every one of you to pass this class, okay? So please, if you're in contact with other students, just, contact them briefly, ask them, have you been watching the videos? Are you doing the activities? Do you know what's happening in the class? And if they don't, just give them my email and ask them to contact me, or give them my WhatsApp number, okay? As always, my email is hballesteros@hostos.cuny.edu. I'm not going to give my WhatsApp number in this video because it's public on YouTube, so that would be unwise, but it's in the first email I sent you via Blackboard. Okay, I'll leave you to your normal day. Please remember to do the activity. Thank you guys. Nos vemos mañana. I'll see you tomorrow.